Hello and welcome to another What's Up with me, Slidal. Today we're looking at the SU-100Y, the Tier 6 Russian premium tank destroyer, and it's the stereotypical glass cannon. And what that means is, it means it has an incredibly good gun that borders on basically being Tier 9 or possibly even Tier 10, but a huge silhouette, and it's paper thin armour. It's very easy to penetrate. We're actually in a 44% game, and I am platooned with my good friend Fwaffy again, who's in his TOG 2, who actually he spawns at the other side of the map. I've spawned in K1, and I decide very early on that my priority is to get up onto this sandy ridge just to the right of me and hopefully spot things across on the rocky ridge in the middle of the map who are maybe trying to scout for the opposition. You'll see that the SU-100Y is surprisingly mobile for a big tank, but it has a very long load time. It's around about 15 seconds. This is with a 100% crew, although I don't have a rammer on this just at the moment. So I'm getting up in position here. One of its drawbacks is it has hardly any gun depression. So you will see that I'm having to jostle around to not only get on the top of the ridge, but I actually have to sit right on the point of the sandy ridge. At the minute I'm looking at the sky, and there's no way I can get the gun down without going right up there and exposing myself. It has okay camouflage value, which is surprising given that it is enormous. But I have got camo paint on this, and there I am. I'm sat on the ridge. Those guys are a long way off, and they're right on the extremities of where I would be able to see, but they're behind the rocks, so I can't see them anyway. So I'm tracking them. I notice there's a 5916 scouting for the opposition down in F1 to my left, and I am a little bit concerned that he could spot me. But he obviously hasn't yet, because I do have 6th sense on this crew. It's my, there was my SU-152 crew that were in here when I played this game. I've just sold that and got an Object 704 yesterday. That 5916 to the left of me is still sneaking around, but again, I haven't been seen yet, and I'm hoping the others are going to deal with him. And right now, there's not very much happening for me. I am hoping that something is going to pop into my view sometime soon. But at the minute, it looks like all of the opposition are heading off towards the right-hand side of the map to meet my good friend Fwaffy and let him deal with them in his TOG 2. In reality, that's going to be tough for either of us. We actually are 2 Tier 6 tanks in a Tier 8 game, so we have got our work cut out here, and that's why we've got to play it sensibly, we've got to play it safely. I'm hoping our Comet, who's moving along the lower ridge in the sort of the dried up riverbed, is going to spot things on that ridge when he comes around the corner, so I'm sort of tracking his movement across there. And that's that VK again, but I know he's out of my view range and I can't do much about that. And I'm just beginning to wonder now whether their entire team's actually gone right and nobody at all has gone left. And it crosses my mind to relocate. Our RT takes out their VK, and I have to say that artillery, that M12 guy, he had a phenomenally good game. You will see throughout this game he communicates with the rest of the team particularly well, including myself, and he gets himself quite a lot of damage, which you'll see as well. So our T20 is now making a move forward, and he's going up to support the Comet, and I'm a little bit concerned now. I'm thinking everybody may be gone right. We are winning this game 4-0, which is surprising given the matchup. And I think now I better move up and support them. My intention is not to keep up with the mediums, but maybe to get to a position where I can support them with heavy gunfire. There is a T-34 that's been spotted down in the A2 area, and a Nash Hornet above me, but I can't see him. And then an E25, and I have a look at him, I can. Now you can see that this has got a long aim time. I've got to let it go all the way in. It takes 3.5 seconds, and then bang, big 447 hit on that E25. And I can still see him, but as I say, it's a 15-second reload. There's no way am I going to get another shot into him. But he certainly knows he's been hit. He's been softened up, shall we say. We also notice now that in B1, apart from that T-34, there's also a Super Pershing. Now there's 2 Tier 8 tanks. T-34's got a very, very good gun. Super Pershing, the gun's average, but it's a good tank. I like it. I've got one and I really like it. And I can make it work. So I'm just sort of saying to other people on the map, notice this area, because ahead of me there's only an A44 and the Comet's gone off to the right. So I'm coming on this ridge. I am risking exposing myself, but they've just disappeared from my view. So I'm just going to keep looking here. Again, I click on that area on the map. I want people to light them up for me, because there he is. There's T-34. I can see his hull, and I put a low roll into him actually. But I noticed that I don't get spotted. My 6th sense hasn't gone off. I haven't been seen. So while I reload, I just stay on the back of this sandy ridge. Artie hit him very well again, and there's the Super Pershing moving across as well. I really want to work this T-34 if I can, but he's going downhill now, and the Super Pershing is getting behind the rocks. So I know they're there. They don't know I'm here yet, although the T-34 will know that he's just been shot by something with a big gun. And the game has evened out a little bit. It's 6-4 still, but a little bit worrying. I am telling our SU-100 that I am going to help him, but I'm not going where he's going. I really want to shoot this T-34, but he's quite well hulled down. I can just see the commander's cupola, and I decided to try and snipe that. I aim at it, and I actually hit, but it bounces. But just at this time, there's the Artie putting another really good hit on that T-34. As I said, the M12 player had a great game. Unfortunately, I haven't loaded by the time the Super Pershing comes out. And now they're in front of me, and a bit concerned because when they see me, I'm the last man standing. Side of the T-34's turret, I hoped that would go through again. It skidded off the top of it. Now I've been seen, so I just dropped back behind the sandy bank, and I'm a little bit concerned now because other than the Artie behind me, I do ask for help. There is a heavy tank on our team sat in K3. I don't really know what he's doing. Artie takes out the T-34. Now I think I can afford to go up here and spot the Super Pershing, because even if he shoots me, he does an average of 240 damage. He's not going to kill me. There he is, and I can see the side of him. I put a good shot right into the side of him. 483, I believe that was. He sees me, of course. I just roll out of view while I reload. Artie's again communicating well and telling me that he's locked onto that target. So I'm trying to keep him spotted as best I can. Our A44 is certainly run behind him, and it's the A44 that spots him going the other way. So I get another shot in, which does 400 and tracks him. Artie splash damage him. A44 finishes him off. We're winning 10-6 again. I've done quite a lot of damage. I'm quite pleased with my damage output, and I make a point of saying in chat there, good job Artie, because he is doing particularly well. Then I notice there's an IS-3 moving across the middle of the desert. He's a threat. IS-3s are a very good tank, and with a good player at their helm, can make the difference in a game like this. Artie has straight away located him and is telling everybody he's going for him. Now that T-20 is approaching the IS-3, and I have to give a shout out to him as well. This T-20 plays the perfect game right now. You will see him literally take the piss out of this IS-3. He goes around and around him and makes the IS-3 spin on the spot while everybody else shoots him. He does bump him a couple of times. Now I'm getting up here to try and support. There's a Hellcat on my left which I know about. I have to risk taking hits from him to help out T-20 out. And I've got to go right up on the ridge to get the gun down because I've got poor gun depression. Bang! Into the side of the IS-3, but it bounced amazingly. I don't know how it hit the side of the IS-3. The Hellcat misses me. I know he's there. I'm a little bit worried about the Hellcat, but I do feel I've got to help our T-20 out. IS-3 is a dangerous tank. We'll deal with the Hellcat later. Now I've got the back of him. Excellent shot. Get damage into him. A44 finished off the Hellcat, so he's not a worry for me anymore. Again, Artie's communicating. I'm going to hit that IS-3, he says. I've almost loaded, so I'm coming up onto the brow of the hill. I'm just locking onto the IS-3. T-20 moves past, and as he does, excellent job. I finish him off. And what do I do straight after that, other than reload? I'm typing right now. I'm on my keyboard, and I'm saying, nice job, T-20. He did an amazing job right there. And at that moment, my friend Fappy finishes off the Tiger P, and we win. Now that's a mastery badge, my first mastery badge in the SU-100Y. I didn't do phenomenally well, but because I was basically bullying tier 8 for the majority of that game, it amounted to an awful lot of experience that I got from it. Of my total damage is 2,431, which is pretty respectable for a gun that does an average of around 400, so that's about 6 good hits. And you'll see my experience was 1,270, and the highest on the team by quite some margin. So I'm very pleased with that. Of my 9 shots, all 9 hit, but only 6 went in because I had a couple of bounces on the T-34 and the splash on the IS-3. 65,000 credits made profit. I recommend this tank. It's a good tank. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Slidal. Goodbye.